Hello. Believe it or not, I'm not long out of bed. I only woke up like half an hour ago and already I'm good to go. So let's get the game going, shall we? Let's get all the overlays back up here. Display on. Whoa, that's way too zoomed in. Why is it insisting on showing the entire map? That was a weird glitch. So, we're going to be doing some harvesting today. You can't tell, but I moved the header in with the harvester itself. Because I want to get on to doing the potatoes and getting all that kind of stuff sorted ASAP. I know there's baling still to do in the other field, and there's grass after being mowed, but I can do some of that off camera, especially the grass. I will do that off. Oops, wrong button. I'll do that off camera, just because it's going to take a while to do. 4 notifications, please. We have face cam, yes we do. It's coming home. Yes, the England team is coming home tonight. When Croatia beat them. How am I doing these days? I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. I'm actually gonna stop and tab because I've just realized I forgot to do something before I started actually going. That was tell this dude to continue. That was supposed to be done before I moved the combine, so I apologize for that. I have to play 3rd place on Saturday. Yeah, which they'll lose as well to Belgium. Hello, British farmers. Cake for breakfast. Believe it or not, I had a human breakfast today. I had a bowl of cereal. Not the walls moving house. That's fine sideways. I can imagine moving a house is quite the amount of work. Oh, barely awake. I did rush to start the stream, and a bowl of cereal was the fastest breakfast I could have made, so I'm quite happy that I had cereal available to me. Hello, 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 EJ! How are you doing today? You humans? No, I actually had, like, honey oats cereal for breakfast. Sugar puffs, but oats instead of, I think it's usually, like, rice or something. You get the best of health? Very good, EJ. What are sugar puffs usually? Can't for the life of me remember. They never shut up about their win in 1966, and as it turns out, that was the last time they actually made it to the final. Yet every World Cup afterwards, they decide they need to win it. Or they decide that they're going to win it, for some reason. Despite not having to be to the World Cup final in 52 years. That's not a very good record, England. Ireland's like usual aim in a World Cup is, let's get out of the group stage and we'll be happy. And if we win the World Cup, well, how did that happen? Oh, TJC goes to football. Yeah, America's kind of, it's learning slowly. Give me a... Why is that tractor all the way up there? Go away, monster. So I'm gonna leave that there because it is gonna be... I'm gonna be bailing with it again. Possibly quite soon. We're just gonna use little Herdiman on the... Why did you skip a bit, by the way? Oh, you didn't skip a bit. That's the bit that was already done. Okay. Yeah, that Deutz isn't making very good progress. It's yeah, that plow's maybe a bit small. Come on. There we go. If anyone else picked up American football? No, what Americans need to pick up properly is Gaelic football. Because it's like American football, only without the 73,000 billion stoppages. And actually quite a few more fights. That's proper football, that is. Or hurling, which terrifies everybody who sees it because they don't quite understand that, yes, Ireland is that mental, and yes, there is a sport where everybody has weapons, and the only protection that's mandated is a helmet so that the ball doesn't smack you in the face. Because it's harder than a baseball. Hello, Wilson Agri T6080. How are you doing today? You a bit of a New Holland fan by any chance? There we go. I'm just moving my pedals around on my desk. Here we go. Hello, BulletBill. How much today? I'm doing good. I am desperately hoping England don't win tonight, because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing 3 lions on all of my news feeds. You hate slow mode. It's 5 seconds! It's enough to it's like, I've literally set up the slow mode so that it's enough time that you can type a message. Hey Dave, how's it going? It's going good, going good. So if you're wondering what on earth the Insanity Challenge is, put !Insanity into chat and that'll give you the link to the rules document. You type fast, so do I, and 5 seconds is fine. It's just to stop spammers, and it's the shortest slow mode I can set. So that's the balance there, is Literally, it's as short as I can get a slow mode to go. It's just to stop spammers being spammy. You said slow mode to 60 seconds. I said it to... Here's the thing, I don't like slow mode. I really don't. More coffee out of my really fancy mode. I hate slow mode. I also hate spam. So I discovered that a 5-second slow mode is just enough to allow people to type, well, most people to type, a reasonable message. But it's also enough that the spammers get really annoyed. And they just kind of give up after 3 or 4 messages. That's just there. Wasn't meant to tab. They stand out way more, so it's kind of hilarious. I've heard of people sitting at like 600 seconds, and that's like, yes, let's have a 10-minute slow mode on the stream. Nobody can talk. Why do that? That's stupid. That's incredibly stupid. Hey, Junkie Tanker. Do I do multiplayer? No, I don't like how multiplayer works in Farm Sim. I don't like the sync. I know why it's there. I don't like the sync screen at all. I don't like the fact that it's server side and that everybody has to sync up with the person joining instead of the person joining having to sync up with everybody else. Now I know why it's there. It's because the server has to give them a load of files telling them exactly what the state of the map is. But it's something that I just dislike. I feel like it doesn't have a place in gaming in 2018, and it basically means that people with bad internet are the worst people to play Farm Sim with. Because they could be sat for 5 minutes on the sync screen. And I find that if I do multiplayer, it ends up in one of 2 ways, usually both. And that is Sinking Simulator, where everybody's just sinking in constantly. And trolls everywhere doing random stuff that annoys me. And I just get really angry. So I don't do multiplayer at all. Unless it's with friends, because then I know that at least it won't be Sinking Simulator. Or if it is, I can swear at them. I kind of feel like this combine isn't actually all that small for the fields we have at the moment. Phase Potato Internet isn't bad for Sinking Simulator. Have I got the milk float? No, I do not. I have no need for it. I have to make bales, TJC. There's no using forage wagons. However, you might notice that I don't have the little far baler, far APN. That's because there's no autoloader for it at all. And yeah, I'm not doing tiny bales like that I can't autoload. I'm kind of hoping somebody edits the autoload script to... I forgot to edit the map again! Oh, I really need to edit the map. Yeah, I'm not going to use tiny little bales that I can't autoload. Even though, technically I'm not supposed to autoload at all, I'm making exception for small square bales, because that would just make the game unplayable, if you've got to manually stack the small squares. Hey Brad, hope I'm well. I am doing very well indeed. Looking to buy a decent gaming laptop, can I recommend one? No, I can't actually. Because I can't remember where Landy bought his laptop, and that's where I would recommend you to go. And of course Landy's gone camping. If... Oh, this is a risky question. Or a risky suggestion. If Dat comes in, Dat said 71 guy, or Z71 guy, remind me to ask him. Because he got his laptop from the same place. Has anyone seen Fahy lately? He's been eaten by the World Cup. Fahy's around. Fahy's around. He's got a job and stuff. So he's a bit busy with that. Was it Cyberpower PC he bought it from? I want to say it was Cyberpower PC. Don't go with like a Sony, or you want to be getting a this is gonna sound silly. You want to be getting a custom built laptop. Sony, Samsung, all the mainstream laptop manufacturers tend to cheap out when it comes to gaming laptops, well, laptops in general, for gaming purposes. PC specialist, yeah. I think a Cyberpower PC. Just Google like custom laptop, or custom built laptop, or gaming laptop, and you might find some places that do bespoke ones, like custom builds. They're the ones you want to be going with because you can at least dictate what you get that way. And you can get some pretty beastly laptops, like Landy's laptop. Dan's laptop is better than Landy's. And Landy's laptop is, barring the RAM, is about the same as my PC. And it's actually better than his PC. So when he's streaming, he's usually on his laptop. Hello, NI, how you doing today? I wonder how the music's going to behave today. Is it going to be nice? Is it going to be mean? Is it going to be rude? I'm almost out of coffee. Ever consider playing Ark? Yes! For about 5 seconds, then I realised, no, that would be a terrible idea because I would get addicted very heavily, and yeah, no. No, 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 no. Not a good idea. I'm doing good, and I. Recommending MSIs and Asus. MSI's okay. Asus, I only really like Asus for their motherboards. I think they've got some fantastic motherboards. In fact, my motherboard is an Asus. I like their BIOS methods. My god, I am very good indeed, Wilson Agri. If you see me like scratching my eyes, it's because my eyes are a bit itchy for some reason. Like they're a bit irritated. I don't know why. Yep. That was an autosave. I maybe should park the trailer down there, but it's a bit easier to just grab the trailer from the edge of the field. So if you're wondering why I'm not tapping to and from the harvesters, because that's actually against the rules. And in fact, I'm gonna just make sure that I don't accidentally tab by turning off tabbing altogether. And we might actually, we might end up in the situation where I've got to stop working the fields during this stream, because I am not allowed to work the fields past 5 PM, which is 1700 hours. And if that's the case, if I have to stop, then I'll probably go do some animal work. I've also decided to revert a change that I made and swap the Bobcat back to the Lodo. I'm still going to link his shaders. I believe so, yeah. Assuming his website actually launches sometime this century. He does have a habit of being lazy with that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's probably going to launch, link the shaders on his website. But I'm going to swap the Bobcat back to the Lodo. I know that's technically against the rules, but I realized the Bobcat is actually useless for one or two tasks. And the Lodo is just better suited in general. Especially now that I've got slower vehicles, it's probably a better idea to have a Lodo going around than have the Bobcat doing it. The big issue I'm gonna have, I think, is what will be able to pull the loading wagon next time I make hay, or the loader trailer, I guess is probably a better way of putting it. That's gonna be interesting to find out. I genuinely have no idea how I'm gonna work that, or actually work making TMR. For that matter. Oh, that's gonna be. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Making TMR is going to be very interesting. So we're going to do 3 headlands? Maybe 4. Should I do 3 or 4 headlands, guys? I'm indecisive. Decide for me. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button. We're aiming for 50 likes. We almost did it yesterday without really trying. 4. Thank you, and I. We're aiming for 50 likes, and if you haven't done so already, please feel free to hit the subscribe button as well. No, I am actually, I said I would last night, I ended up not, but I need to start planning out, at least one series after this stream. I had some good ideas last night, that I still remember, thank goodness. There's a reason Dan was telling me to write stuff down. I have a terrible memory. But I still remember some of the ideas I had last night, and I think they'd be very interesting to do. Black Sheep a 3-point feed mixer. The Gavile, yes, that's the one I'm using. The problem with that, as I've discovered, is it's rather heavy. And I'm not entirely sure if these tractors can even lift it. The Droids might be able to, actually, but I don't know about the Hurleyman or the other one, the one that I've got a front loader on. I really don't know if they'll be able to handle it. It's me all out of coffee. Where did I put my phone? Where did I put my phone? Oh, it's there. Front loader maybe with a bucket full of something. Hang on, TJC. Have you seen the front loader I've got? I'm zipping over here to show. This is the front loader I've got. I don't think a bucket full of anything, even lead, would fix a weight problem. Don't run over the potatoes. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah. You need to know what equipment I have to know where my problems are going to be, and that front loader is a problem. It's great because it's great in a way because it's so hilariously tiny that I don't need to worry about it tipping the tractor forwards ever. The downside is it's so hilariously tiny that it takes an age to do anything with it. Is there a grain truck P389 that doesn't give conflicts? I have no idea, Martin. Chat might be able to help you there, but I have no idea. Hey, BF. You looking forward to England losing their match tonight so that you don't have to watch the World Cup final Saturday? Did I watch Ark? I just avoid it altogether. I don't actually find it all that enjoyable to watch. It's very kind of Minecrafty in that way. Like, I'll play Minecraft occasionally, but I don't enjoy watching it. I guess it's kind of like Farm Sim as well, because... Like, you guys know I play Farm Sim, obviously I'm doing it right now. I don't really enjoy watching it. I find Farm Sim videos boring. Actually, quite a lot of streams as well. I just find tediously dull at times. What I tend to watch, little insight, what I tend to watch when I'm like wanting something to watch is actually iRacing, because usually it'll give me line or ideas for lines and breaking points and stuff. Although I've got a, I don't want to say unique, I've got a driving style that it suits me. I don't quite know if it would suit some of the lines I've seen other people take. What do I use to haul grain? See this little fart of a trailer here? This is my grain trailer. I use this to haul grain. It carries literally some. Or on the west coast I use, or not on the west coast, on Lone Oak I use, I guess I could use the actually modding trailer. I use a Wilson trailer on Lone Oak for grain transport. On the back of the in-game Lizard SX210 TriStar thingy, because I don't want to be downloading like a million American mod trucks. And actually I think the Giant's truck is just fine for the job anyway. I should mention, Martin, I'm gonna guess you're American. If you're not, I apologize for this presumption. In Ireland and the UK, grain is usually hauled from farms by small grain trailers. Generally speaking, trucks don't come to farms and pick up grain, or farmers don't own trucks. Unless they're on like big industrial sized farms here. And industrial sized farms here are probably slightly larger than hobby farms in the US. Our farming is very small scale. For sure in Ireland. You might, hopefully, looking at the pictures anyway, Oxygen David's nailed the Irish feel. Because we don't have many big fields. 2,500 acres. That's a quite large farm though. A lot of the farms around me are several hundred, and the majority are dairy farms. So the trucks that would go to them are the milk trucks, of which there are many in this area. Holy crap, there are a lot of milk trucks. And feed trucks. Oh boy, the amount of feed trucks that I see when I'm out and about. Like, if I go outside and walk around town for, let's say, half an hour, I will almost definitely see at least one truck from Gain Feeds. Because that's the group that seems to provide all the farmers in this area. Is it about to... Oh no! No, 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 please, no, no. No. Game, no, don't do this to me. Do not do this to me, game. No, please don't. Please don't do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it anyway, aren't you? Oh boy, it's gonna rain. Something that hasn't happened in Ireland in I don't know how long now. Game be trolling me, yo. And I'm not going to extend the work hours for this day. If it hits 5 o'clock and it's raining, or if it starts raining and it doesn't stop until after 5, that's it. That's day done. I can go deal with the animals, but that's about it. How's Mr. Dave? Concerned about the weather in Farm Sim. Otherwise good. Hey, you saw it, didn't say hello to you already. Just got a job as a feed truck driver. Awesome, Dar. It's raining Dublin. It's not raining here. There's like some clouds, but that's about it. More like a mist. Yeah. Raining fairly heavily here now. I've heard that there's no rain forecast for the next like 10 days. Like no proper rain. I'm presuming proper rain is like an hour-long shower. Hello, Jose. How you doing today? Hey, Stu. What'd you miss? We've been doing some harvesting. And I've been saying I hope England don't win tonight. Because I really am tired of seeing three lions everywhere. Literally everywhere. And the BBC, whenever I go on, is like, England in the World Cup final. England are going to win the World Cup. That's not news! That's speculation. You're supposed to be news. I go on the BBC for news, not England are going to be in the World Cup final. There are clouds. No, it's still warm. It's still like 20 degrees. It's actually quite a pleasant temperature today. Like, I'm not feeling too hot. I'm doing good, Jose. Sounds like CNN. Unfortunately, more and more news places are going towards the speculation side of things, which is annoying. Just because sports... See, the thing is, I'm not bitter that Ireland didn't qualify. I'm annoyed that England think they're going to win just because they got to a reasonable point in the tournament for a country that just basically half the world can grandfather into. Hello, Nathaniel. Oh, no! No, 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 no! God dang it! Well, guess we're bailing. It's been 28 years since England were even in a semi-final of the World Cup. It's been 52 years since England were last in a World Cup final. God dang it, Bob Saget. Let's do some bailing. Which I think is the only thing we can actually do when it's raining. I could go take care of the animals. What's wrong with hoping? Nothing. It's just that the hope that English fans espouse is usually in the form of we're going to win the World Cup. They might shut up about 66. Yes, but then they won't shut up about 2018. There's a big difference between shutting up about 66 and shutting up entirely about winning the World Cup literally once. You don't see French people going, hey, we won the World Cup once. Or Uruguayans saying, we won the first World Cup. We're clearly the best. England won it once and they think they're the best team in history. Hey, CD. Need to get a bail quickly, the straw will disappear. Oh, that's a point. Crap. Isn't well, it does checks at midnight, doesn't it? So I should be good to bail the rest of this. I might have to extend this. I might have to extend this working day. Because I need to get this straw bailed. And I need to get the bail. Oh crap, this is going to go horribly wrong. I need to get this straw bailed and the bales in. I'll lose about 3/4 of it. If I don't get a bail before midnight. Right. And I'll need to get the bales in as well. Or do the bales already have the wet marker on them? You're learning about Chernobyl. Yeah, that's why when you do tests, you make sure that the people doing the tests are actually competent. And know what they're doing instead of just releasing the gases. Which is what caused... well, actually, a series of hilarious failures caused Chernobyl. I say hilarious, tragic. Happens in real time and not midnight. With the bales or the straw? Because I thought seasons did checks at midnight. It's treated the same way as snow. Snow is on the hour every hour. It's not real time. Snow is not real time. It's an hourly check. Last I used seasons anyway. The straw itself, right? Do I grab the doits? Because the doits can pull this a bit faster. You know, nothing can actually work in real time in Farm Sim. Most of the checks are like done at the end of every in-game hour. Which is a blessing in a way, because you get an hour to fix a problem. The better part of it. Granted, the first check that's going to happen is going to be in about 13 minutes, which is decidedly not good. We've got 13 minutes to get as much of this bailed as we can. Then the first check will happen. Bales might start disappearing. Although I think the bale checks are at midnight. But I know foliage layer checks, or I guess windrow checks, are done on the hour every hour. I have lots of money. I'm going to lose lots of money if I don't get these bales in. It'll be a lot of trouble if I don't get these bales sorted. That's a special snowflake. Found out your TA is related to the Royals. Very nice. So this has suddenly caused some tension, hasn't it? We've gone from like what could have been a very boring harvesting stream where nothing happened to, oh god, I need to get all these. Your bales have a greater leeway because seasons as bale checks at midnight, which is good. That's actually good. That's beneficial for me. I've got until midnight to bring these bales in. I will have to extend this working day if needs be because I need to get these bales in. Hello, Blash. You've arrived at a very good time because panic is setting in slightly as it started raining in the middle of harvest. Will I get anything on Amazon Prime Day? Probably not, because I don't have Amazon Prime. Come on, reverse. Okay, just dump the bale and keep going. Come on. I just need you to keep going, please. Can you say one thing? You already did. The royal family as it is now is German, yes. Or of German extraction. And the reason they're called Windsor, I'm not even kidding. The reason the royal family is known as Windsor now is because they changed their name during World War I, so they didn't sound as threatening. Will bales disappear or not? Bales will disappear. All the different checks that happen will still happen. It's just that I can harvest as soon as this rain finishes. The wet crop check is only for grain crops and grass. Also, secondary kind of fun fact is World War I was a family feud, with the exception of America getting involved. The King of England at the time, the German Kaiser, and the Russian Tsar were all related. They were all cousins. Oh no, don't do this to me, please. Come on, move. Please, 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 please. Go, 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 go. Go. Look at the back of the beta glitching out because of Reshade not being happy with darkness. Windsor Castle is in Windsor, the place. EJ. That's why it's called Windsor Castle. Yes, this is totally the speed I want to be bailing at. Come on, be nice to me. Gonna dirt bale. Come on. You know you were explaining to Eddie. Okay. Also, hello, Eddie. It feels like the straw is actually going away already. Hello, Graham. Sorry if I seem a bit nervous and terrified right now. This is all the straw I'm gonna get out of these two fields. And I need to have enough bales to keep the cows... Well, I don't necessarily need the straw, to be fair. But I want to get manure, and this is the only chance I have to get the straw. We bought the Classics DLC last night. MadXJS will be proud of you, Special Snowflake. In fact, I'm proud of you. Everybody who bought the Classics DLC, I like you. Because you're supporting Fantastic modder, fantastic guy. Like, for those of you that don't know, MaddoxJS is a genuinely nice guy. You might see the memey jokiness of him most of the time, but he's just a really nice guy. And he absolutely deserves the support from you guys buying that DLC. Or third-party add-on, as Giants are calling it. So I have weather info on screen. I really need to put that up. I knew it was going to rain. Like, I knew it was going to rain, but I was hoping that it wouldn't rain until I got everything done, which hasn't happened. Now I remember why I was bailing this field at the end of the last stream. Remember that time you spoke to Matt and Teamspeak? Yeah, he's not been on since. Oh yeah, I think he has actually. But his headset broke because it's evil. Did you break your headset? No, you didn't break his headset. I am very concerned about this straw because I want manure because it's going to save money on fertilizing. It's not going to be much manure, but it's going to be enough that it'll save a bit of money. Although I do still have quite the stock of fertilizer left, so it's not the end of the world if I don't get enough manure to... or if I don't get any manure this time around. Because I think I've got another full... basically, I think I've got like 2 or 3 rounds of fertilizer left before I start needing to worry about costs. Which is good. That's really actually quite good. And in fact, the next calendar year, or the next season's year, I'm going to be needing to worry about money a bit more, but at the same time a bit less, because we'll have whatever bales are left over from this time around to sell. Or as a base for like the 50 bales that I need to keep before I can sell anything. So we'll be able to sell more bales in the next season cycle. And I'm probably going to sell mainly silage bales because they'll be worth the most and the easiest to deal with. Straw is also good for petting out power food. It is and it's not. I always find it's a bit of a waste to pet out TMR with straw. It's a lot better to just... It saves on silage and hay, yeah, but I mean, the silage and hay also fill up the silage and hay sections of the feed, so it's maybe a bit more efficient to just go silage hay half and half. Because that way you can fill up silage hay and power food all at the same time. Which is a bit silly. I don't quite understand how that works, but it does. I think what I'm going to do once I get this side of the field baled is I'm actually going to grab... Do I want to do it that way? Do I want to do it that way? Yes. I'm going to put away the mower. I'm going to do the swap between the Bobcat, which, granted, will probably do this just as well. You do it so you can sell more silage. Well, I've got to keep a certain amount in stock anyway on this map, so it's not the end of the world if I have, like, silage bales left over. Or even waste a bit of silage on the cows. Because I need to have a certain amount in stock anyway. Such is the challenge. Also, as far as I'm aware, I might be wrong here. In real life, silage bales are very rarely sold. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in most of the bales that I've ever seen being sold are straw or hay. The problem is, while I'm swapping the load all in for the Bobcat, which is just a swap back really, it's not me cheating, it's just me reverting an earlier decision. Lots of silage last winter. Okay, last winter's a bit of an outlier in that, because last winter was mental. I ideally want the Deutz to be pulling the bale trailer, but I don't want to be pulling the Deutz off ploughing. These two can basically go the same. So I think this tractor's slightly faster by a couple of kilometers an hour. So this tractor will be on the bale trailer. I'm going to basically just abandon that side of the field and the 2.5 headlands I've done on the other field, and just let them die. Oh, the first check has happened. Oh boy, that's a lot of straw gone. Look at how pathetic these windrows are now. That's just one check. Yikes. Right. Cheat money goes on because I'm doing an equipment swap. This can go. This can go. I'm just gonna get rid of all the. That can stay actually. That's got a universal bracket on it. That can go, and that can go. Is there anything else that is skid steer specific? No. Shop. Telehandlers. Load all, buy, okay, yes, good. And we're just gonna get the bale fork for it right now. I only want to get the minimum amount possible. And we'll reset these just for ease. I'm not gonna CT cheat money out. In fact, I will. I'll cheat money 250 out. CT cheat money minus 250. So there we go. We got charged €250 to transport that. Check bales is less than them now also. 3906. Oh crap. Hey Archie. So I've charged myself 250 to bring the load all and the bale spike up to the yard. I've not been this concerned playing Farm Sim in a long time. I'm really loving this challenge now. The fact that the weather can just kill it is an aspect that I completely forgot about. Luckily, I can still do some field work. That grass is just dead. That grass is gone. The Deutz is still working away. It's just a little trooper. I'm gonna lose some grass over there as well from moving the load all. That's fine. So we gotta. Oh god, we gotta stack bales as quickly as possible. And as neatly as possible to get them up to the yard. Hey, SFTN. I maybe shouldn't have made it so that I had to keep silage bales inside as well. Now, do we go how high this trailer is? No. I don't know, Blaj, but I'm putting these undercover just in case. I might just store them in the main yard for now. Because it's a shorter trip. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these into a shed in the main yard. And I know exactly what shed I'm going to use. I'm just going to zip over and open the doors. I'm going to store the bales in... Come on, open the doors. Open the doors, open the doors, open the doors. I'm going to store the bales in this shed. How are we all? I'm nervous because it's raining and I'm using seasons. So I'm losing bales right now. I don't care about this grass. There's always going to be bonus grass anyway. Some keyboard is easier. Come on, please just get on the trailer. Thank you. Oh my god, look at how far into the trailer that is. Hey hard worker, farming master, and Sean Kelly as well. Got the adrenaline going. I really actually do. This is... like, this has got a new dimension to the challenge and I really like it. Can I just nudge you down the trailer a bit? Because I need you to be down the trailer a bit. But not at a weird angle like that. Oh my god, I've just made things worse. Hello Jacob, how you doing today? Bale stacking under pressure is always fun. Yeah, especially round bale stacking, because these things have a mind of their own at times. Come on, straighten out the bale. Turn off the damn thingy! Round bales I've always found have a bit of a mind of their own when it comes to being put on trailers, so stacking these under pressure is never a good idea. No! No, 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 no! No, no, okay, we'll just grab a different bale. I'm not going to be bothered flipping that one over. Ideally I'd be auto-loading these, but I can't. But you knew that was gonna happen. Don't pretend like you didn't know people were gonna complain about problems with Lone Oak and then it'd be their mods that are terrible. It's the farm sim rule. Yeah, Lash, go ahead. I might not use it. If you send me links to mods, there's no guarantees I'll use it. We'll soon do a face reveal. I believe so, Adam. Now that all of his little hints about going to Germany have paid off, I think he's going to be doing a face reveal, maybe Friday. I think didn't he say he might do a stream Friday evening? That might well be his face reveal. The amount of people that I have asking me questions like, why is my game not working? Why do I have like really low FPS on this map? I'm like, are you using bad mods by any chance? I'm like, I use all the best mods from modhub.us. So, well, there's your problem. Have some standards with your mods, people. You will have far fewer problems on maps. Like, I'll openly admit, some of the mods that I'm using both here and on Lone Oak are crap. But if I get FPS problems, I know... Or if I get issues of many kinds, not necessarily all kinds, but... most of the issues that I'll get on those maps are going to be caused by mods. And weird conflicts that I never knew were possible, but it's usually the mods. One or two have been the map just being a bit bizarre. And the game doing weird things. Because, you know, the game likes throwing curveballs and being interesting and breaking in new and interesting ways. That is oh my god, I'm going to lose so much straw. I won't color mod, but I'll figure out what the conflict is with, and I'll do my damnedest not to use those two things in conjunction again. Sometimes you can fix problems just by not using two mods in conjunction. In conjunction meaning together. I don't know why I decided to use like this really awkward oldie English word, but I did because apparently I want to be fancy. It's rare that a map will cause a game-breaking issue. There have been a couple I've seen that are just horrifically broken, including one that I broke. I managed to break a map before by deleting the shapes file by mistake. And when you delete the shapes file in a map, what happens is the map will still load, it'll just be entirely flat. For transportation around bales. I'm going to pause the game entirely and just check what Blige just sent me. Bale Forks. I actually have the Round Bale Forks pack, I'm just not using it on this map. Actually, I'm not using it on, I don't think, any map at the moment. Honestly, like, this is... I need to go through my my mods folder and just start culling mods again. Like mods that I never use. Which probably means a lot of the modded forestry equipment I have is going bye-bye. Start a new I knew you wouldn't take a break. When mappers say they're taking a break, it's usually like 6 weeks at most. It's not for FS17. It's for FS18! BulletBill is working on a mod for mobile. Hey Ty, I'm doing good. I like the sound of anything new coming from BulletBill or RainbowDave because I know it's going to be, like, top notch. Partially because of them, and partially because of the fantastic testing team that Frontier have. The level of detail they go into is insane. Unfortunately, the test team gets forgotten about when people see the name BulletBill or RainbowDave on a map, and they just think, oh, it's because BulletBill or RainbowDave are that good. Partially, but a lot of it goes down to the testing too. Six weeks is a fairly long break. It is, but it's not at the same time. When a map takes months to make, 6 weeks ain't very long. I am in no way surprised by that, Bill. But it's so funny for me, like, talking to so many mappers and seeing so many mappers talking about stuff. It's, 99% of the time they'll say, oh, I'm going to take a break after this. And maybe 2 weeks later you'll hear them talking about a new project. I genuinely believe mapping isn't a hobby, it's an addiction. Because it takes so long to build a map in the first place, and so many mappers I've seen saying, I'm quitting, I'm quitting, I'm quitting. I'm going to actually do a bit of name and shame, even though I don't normally do this. Lancey Boy's particularly bad for this. He has quit about 6 different times, and every time he's been back within 2 weeks. Okay, that was a really cool flip you did, Bale, but that's not helpful. Lancey Boy is horrific for, like, quitting and then 2 weeks later just saying, hey, look at my new map! Or this is going to be my last map for FS17, and 2 weeks later, hey, look at my new map for FS17. Oh, farming man. And the only reason I'm using Lancey's example here, and it is just an example, is because he's the one that's kind of the worst culprit for it. There is something soothing about G. I don't even want to know what hassle he's been getting, to be honest. I mean, the one thing that I've learned when it comes to dealing with the farm sim community is that, what the crap was that? Oh, it was on a hill. This thing has like no suspension, okay. I thought the bale had magically lifted the front of the load all. Which would have been very interesting to see happen. Nope. Nope. Why are you not unloading this one bale? Is it because it's not actually touching the trailer? No, 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 you go on the trailer bale. You'd be nice to me. Come on, I'm just gonna jiggle the bale off. There we go! Bale's on the oh boy. One day you'll have an amazing desk. Yeah, once Pedro gives you that desk he owes you. Never forget. That said, I've got a quite nice desk, but it's a relatively cheap IKEA desk. So I'm sat at a weird angle in the corner. So just a quick reminder for anybody who missed yesterday's stream. I'm only back on YouTube until Saturday. Saturday's going to be my last stream for another little while, like 3, 4, actually maybe 5 days. And it's not because I'm lazy, it's because Sunday I'm going to do some family stuff. We've got some family stuff planned for Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, my sister's on night shift again, so I might not be able to stream until Thursday of next week. Hello, Double X. Because I'm considerate. That's why I was gone this past weekend. My sister was on night shift. Yeah, go for it, SFDN. I try and keep you guys up to date with like when I'm going to be taking these short little breaks. Even though this next one isn't really going to be a break, I'm going to be I say I'm gonna be. I want to try and plan out ideas and flesh out ideas that I have for 3 different series. 2 of which are kind of linked in a way. One of which is going to be a standalone. And I will say that one of them is going to be a roleplay. One of the series, the standalone, is a roleplay, but not the style that I've done in the past. I've got an interesting idea for that. That's, I don't know if anybody's done it before, but I had this really cool idea of something I could do. Maybe Eustace has done something like this. He strikes me as the kind of guy that would do something like what I've got planned. And the roleplay is not going to be in one game. So not only is the roleplay not going to be in one map, it's not going to be in one game. Because it's going to be a proper story. And I'm kind of interested in seeing how that works out. What other game? I haven't decided what games I'm going to use yet. I've decided on one. But the rest... I've decided on 2, I guess. One's going to be Farm Sim. Because this is basically a Farm Sim channel. And the rest of the games I'll just kind of pick and choose as I decide they're necessary. Am I going till 7? Yes, I am. Hello, Hunter Lanky. This music is quite tense, and it fits how I feel right now, because I'm really tense about these bales. These bales could make or break the challenge. And if I don't get these in properly, in on time, it could be challenge over. Because I need these, I need the cows to be producing manure. I actually need it for basically money saving. What wheel is that? A G27? Yes, it is a G27. My little baby wheel. And the reason I've got a G27 and not a 29 is because I actually bought this just as the 29 was releasing. And I kind of feel like this is a better wheel in some ways. In many ways it's not. But this is the wheel that a lot of people who do sim racing, which is one of my hobbies, do or use. Although I might take a break from sim racing this week because the tracks that I can drive are terrible. Although I might do some slowstas. I'll lose IR, probably SR, but I might do some slowstas. Because I need to learn Belle Isle. Is it really that good of an idea, learning Belle Isle in a car that's slow? I don't know. Should play my summer car. I have my summer car. Hello, Ben and Obey. I actually own my summer car. I just don't do it on the channel because it's not PG in any way, shape, or form. If you want to see something interesting with my summer car, by the way, look up my summer car speedruns. I always find that speedruns are like really interesting ways of playing games. For example, I've been watching some Hitman speedruns lately, and they basically turn into Agent 47 running around in front of all the guards, waving guns at them and throwing coins and syringes everywhere, because that's the way the game mechanics can be used. Will that track to be able to pull those bales? I have no idea. I'm going to find out. If it's not, I'm in trouble. If it's able to do it with no problem, I'll bring these straight up to the cows. Okay, this is... If you didn't guess, by the way, I'm actually reasonable at bale stacking. I just hate it. I hate doing bale stacking because it's boring. I know I can get 2 bales on the spikes. It's just a lot easier to stack them if I only have 1 on the spikes. Especially when it comes to putting on a trailer. Because sometimes you'll spike one higher than another and it ends up badly. If you are feeling fat and sassy, by the way, you can send a super chat to donate money to me, basically. Or you can become a sponsor, which is the same as being a Twitch sub. The advantages of sponsoring a YouTube channel over... Is this still called sponsoring? Because I know there's like a new thing coming through on YouTube that's different but the same. They're renaming sponsoring for some reason. The advantage to sponsoring over Twitch subs is you get more emotes. There are... I'll actually put them into chat in a second. Because I don't currently have any sponsors, which is a shame. The emotes on this channel are as follows. Come on. It's a vape. Double X. The reason there's a cable leading down from it is because this thing's charging. So there are the emotes on the channel at the moment. I still have an emote slot available, I believe. But that's what we currently have. If you are feeling fat and sassy and want to sponsor the channel to get more emoji and get around the 5-second slow mode that shouldn't affect anybody. What flavor? Premium, I think it's called. It's basically tobacco flavor. Hello, FCC boy. Hope I'm well. I'm doing very well indeed. 36 likes, 58 watching. If you're enjoying, hit the like button, guys. We're aiming for 50 likes today. Let's see if we can hit it. We're doing some really tense bale stacking because it's raining, I'm using seasons, and these bales are degrading. And I'm going to ignore the 5 PM rule in game while it's raining. Mainly because I do need these bales. I actively need these to get manure from the cows. Because manure is going to cut fertilizer costs. This is, by the way, the reason that I have the animal rules in. Minus 30k, how'd that happen? I've not been selling anything. And I've been using Courseplay pretty heavily. Just to get all the work done. Because all the equipment I have is tiny. Now, it's not the end of the world if I am minus 30k, because I've got... I'm gonna pause and show you. Yes, I'm min-maxing now. I've got 70,000 litres of barley, 37,000 litres of corn, and 15,000 litres of wheat so far in storage. So we're gonna get positive again quite soon. Plus, if we get over 50 straw bales... Actually, maybe 100, because I'll need to bring some down to the pigs, won't I? If we get over, we'll say 75 straw. What the crap? I'm just going to screw the rules for a second because no, I'm not letting that happen. Yeah, I'm just gonna hand stack these again because that was dumb and stupid. Okay, just screw the rules entirely for a minute. I'm gonna just auto stack these. Screw the rules. I physicsed the bales wrong because I forgot to turn down the walking speed to like 0.1. I'm gonna auto stack these into the shed just so that I have bales. Because I need bales. Hey, James D. Map, this is the West Coast. By the fantastic BulletBill, who may or may not be in chat right now. Adrian Kraken. Kraken? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please pull the trailer. I need you to be able to do this. You're tilted at a jaunty angle. But yes, you can pull the trailer. Fantastic. How am I doing? Yes. Okay, this is not happy at all. Whoa. Why is this? That shouldn't have happened. Okay, let's just running. Oh, just screw all the rules. Start the engine. Hello, Rory. If I strapped the bales, I wouldn't have been able to move the one that I wanted to move, Blash. This is all going horrifically wrong. Which I'm sure is entertaining for you guys, but I am like hitting new levels of stress right now. Okay, lower them more and just throw it into that shed. There we go, that's indoors. Okay, is this tractor going to be a bit more happy with this trailer? Yes? No? Yes. Okay. How far away am I from paying back my death? I will never repay my own death. It will never be avenged. Mainly because I'll be dead. Right, so this is cheating. This is straight up cheating. This should have like an auto load HUD. Why does this not have auto load HUD? Round bales. There we go. You. I may need to put the front loader down. Or the bucket somewhere. You mean on this map series? Still a reasonable distance. Oh, it's because I had the I had the bucket selected, not the trailer. That would explain a lot. So we're just gonna auto load these bales into a shed, and once the rain stopped, we'll load them properly onto a trailer. He planted soybeans on 46-hectare field today. He didn't check the ground temperatures. The ground was 60 degrees. Soybeans need 10. Will they grow? What you do is you hit Alt S, and if the number here is blue, they will not grow. They will just instantly wither. If it is white, they will grow. That's a neat little trick you can use with seasons. Is the actual season's HUD is, well, yeah, and you got to plant them in the seeding season, which is this green line here. Like right now, I can only plant oilseed radish, poplars, and grass. Although actually, you can get away with canola as well for some reason. Give me an idea for that field. You know, but you forgot to check. Yeah, but you can check after seeding. If the temperature is blue, they will die. If the temperature is white, they will not. They go every time. No, they do not, Blash. They do not. If it's too cold, they will wither. That's happened. That actually happened to me before. Screw it, that's good enough. I just need these bales in a shed. Doesn't matter how neatly. Also, the bucket's coming off because it's super duper annoying. The D80's hit something. I'm going to have to ignore the D80 for a bit. Even to ask, is there somewhere else to deliver bales instead of the shed? Because it jumps around the trailer lift up. What, like, can you put the bales somewhere other than the shed? No, you're not supposed to be using auto load, so. Like, I'm actively cheating right now just because, basically it's more watchable if I use auto load. You'll be losing money. I guarantee you won't if you got, like, cows and stuff. It's very easy to make money. If you got grassland, just make silage. And you got your money back. And then some. Oh, that little bump right there. Temperature's off. Just planting green line. I've had it happen where I planted, was it soybeans or corn on one map? It was the multiplayer map at Simify actually. We planted soybeans or corn in one of the fields, and yeah, death. Instant wither because it was too cold. Don't make me get up there. Thank you. I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way, Blanche. I'm just saying, like, I've had a different experience to you. You get something from wheat. Well, if you've planted wheat as well, and 20 hectares of it, you're gonna make money. You're not gonna make a loss. The game's kind of set up so it's very hard to make a loss. Unless you're playing on hard, which, of course, I am. I also, before I make TMR, want to turn on the mixing mod. The improved mixing mod, which means I've got to actually mix the TMR for, I think it's a minute on hard. You're on easy. Oh, dude, you're never going to make a loss on easy. Easy is basically set up so that you always make money no matter what. I know I'm just throwing the bales wherever they'll go, but this'll work. They don't germinate until they reach the right temperature. Yeah, but if it's too cold, if the temperature's blue, they will just instantly wither. I think I planted with, or we planted, I guess, because it was the multiplayer. I think it was 3 degrees soil temp and just death. What happened to an autoload? Me derping about with physics happened to autoload. So I've decided to just abandon that rule for today. Basically so the stream's a bit more watchable. And we're just autoloading the... Like, I'm autoloading into a shed that I'm not going to be using to store the bales. They're just being autoloaded into a temporary holding point. Showing it's growing. It'll always show us it's growing. Like once you've seeded something, it'll show us growing. The problem is whether or not it will grow. You might get lucky though. You might have soil temp of like 5 degrees or 6 degrees, in which case it probably will just sit there and wait until it's germinated. But on the rare occasion that it's like 3 or less, yeah, you're screwed. You gotta feel this not gonna do anything. If I were you, I'd actually like reseed the field in. Well, you said the soil temp is 5. Yeah, you'll get the crops. I think it's if it's 3 or less, the crops that need 10 degrees will die. But 5 degrees or more, you should be fine. Screw every time. That is interesting. It was. I think it was corn that we had it happen with. It may just have been like a random fluke or a bug or something related to the server, but yeah, that was definitely a thing that happened. So, for those of you just joining, I'm not supposed to be auto-loading at all. What I'm doing is I'm auto-loading these bales and just moving them into a temporary holding zone so that they don't completely disintegrate. I am cheating right now. This is against the rules. But I will be manually loading them to bring them to their final holding zone. The reason that I'm auto-loading is basically so that I actually have some bales. Because all of this straw is going to disintegrate. There's 2.5 headlands on another field that's going to disintegrate. And, okay, the weather's due to be good the next in-game day, so we should be in some form of luck. Plant fields, first day and all the crops right. Yeah, I mean, seasons is pretty unforgiving at times. I do need to fix the... Well, we can stop the D80 in a second. Thought you'd have worked out. No, you never have things worked out with seasons. So I should say, there is no rule saying you have to take the tractors out of the fields when you stop work. It's just you have to stop work at 5 o'clock. It's because it's 20 to 5 now, and I don't want to just have the doits running around for 20 minutes. I'm going to stop work a bit early today, in-game. I'm going to continue the stream, don't worry. But I'm going to just stop the doits up and move it to a position where it'll start off in the in-game morning. Because it's got pretty much all the plowing here done. We'll just stop you. Raise the plow up and just get some little scraggly bits that are left behind. Because these tractors love hitting the telephone poles, especially when they're on like a 1 meter course. Right, that'll do there. And I'm just going to go up and get this one, because I know this has been missed as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the start point of the headlands and bring it over there. So let's bring this up. That is of no help whatsoever. Oh, this is of almost even less help. Okay, that's... The headland start point should be up over here somewhere. Was that it there? I'm seeing a line that's going really weird. There-ish. Yeah, I think the headlands... Because that's linking up to that point. That's linking back to there. Headland starts right here. That's not going to be of any use. Because if you look, you'll see there's a buttload of the field that's going to be missed. So I'm going to have to start basically where it was. Ah! Wait, no, I can start it here. On this pass. Just nudge it back a bit there. And if I set it to the nearest waypoint, that should be good. So we'll just stop this. We'll stop the load all. We'll just turn it off. And we're gonna fast forward time into the next day. Yep, all straw's gone. What I want to do right now, cow 45. Pig, what, health 89, sheep health 81, that's all good. So all the straw from that field is gone. I want to check on these bales over here. 39.16, okay, they didn't lose any more when they went into the shed, that's great. So the doits, oh wait, we're an hour early. I was curious too, Blash. That was like my next protocol was over to the bales to see what they had done. No, 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 no. Okay, go from, I guess the next closest from here. Just bringing you, no, the wrong way. There we go. That close enough. Wait, why are you going on the headlands? Where are you going? Oh, screw it, do the headlands. Or that. I'll fix that all up. I might have to cheat in like a big plow, but I'll fix it all up. Right, with that all sorted for now at least, we can continue on with the harvest. Jet delay for the win! Yes! See you, Double X. I'll just cheat in a big plow and fix up the bit that I've missed. Because I'm not doing that with a small plow, I'm sorry. That's why I didn't want to stop tractors on that field, actually. Was because I knew pretty much exactly that would happen. And again, over here, all the straw that was here is gone. This is the upside to seasons, by the way. Is, yeah, if you leave little scraggly bits of straw, they disappear over time. Right, back to the harvester, which still has the wheat in it, which is great. We'll be able to continue harvesting now. So this is our third headland. I should say I'm not allowed to use GPS for a little while until I get a much more modern tractor. Because these things realistically wouldn't have GPS. You might notice that once again I've abandoned the bales. That's intentional. They're gonna just stay in that shed until I start moving the bales fully. And manually loading them all. Because I don't see the point in manually loading some bales and then coming back and harvesting, wasting time like that. If it comes to the point where I got to auto-load into the shed again, that's fine. I'll auto-load into the shed again and just deal with that. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge myself 600 for doing that. Because that was cheating. We'll just say we got in a couple of workers for like an hour. And we paid them handsomely. So that's the way I'm going to deal with that problem. So yes, in this challenge, fines are a thing because I can do that with creator tools. I can also reward myself if I really want to, but I don't think I will. All I really use the cheat money command for with creator tools for is just deleting money, making things more difficult for me. And there has to be one song that's just random noises. Ah, dear. How many likes are we on, guys? The aim is 50. So how close are we to that? How close are we to that magic R number? R. I'm hoping we're fairly close. I gotta wait for chat delay. 41. We're only 9 likes away. Come on, we can get 9 likes in 14 minutes. 44. Keep that number ticking up, guys. Come on. We can hit 50. I know you guys can do it. You guys are awesome. You always come out on top. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to empty the combine because I want to do a straight line down the middle-ish of the field. Just so that we get like a straight harvested line. The reason, by the way, that I'm not course playing this field is because it would ruin the potato crop at the bottom. Hello, scene. I thought for a second you were Blage as well. Damn you, orange circles! I've played Stop and Back. I have not played Stop and Back. I don't generally like European maps, is my problem. Why is the trailer just scooting off to one side? Noise cancelling, you can hear every bit of my voice. That is a horrific thought. That said, my headphones are also noise. Well, they're like really good headphones, so I can barely hear anything outside of my headphones. Which is great because I don't want to hear reality. You thought so too. I'm glad I wasn't the only one confused by the color orange. Things what confuse Dave. Words, colors, numbers, tractors. Pretty much anything can confuse me. Names can confuse me. English words, despite it being my first language, can confuse me. Numbers. Oh my god, I hate numbers. The color orange is the weirdest one. I feel like a superhero with one of those weird weaknesses, like the Green Lantern having a weakness to the color yellow. Or there's one superhero that like one of their weaknesses is just wood. It's just wood. 2 more, very nice. I know you can do it, guys. Come on, let's get that like number up to 50. Make me a happy Dave. Really good for 50 quid. What are they, Massey? I'm kind of curious if they're only £50 and they're like good noise cancelling headphones. Because I like personally, and this is my second pair of these. I like Sennheiser HD 201s. They're very comfortable. They're really good quality, and I like the sound they put out. It's not too bassy. It's not too tinny. It's I feel very close to what it should be. 50 likes, awesome. You guys are amazing. I knew I could count on you guys to get me up to get the stream up to 50 likes. Goji. Ah, okay. I'll probably stick with Sennheisers because it's a brand that I trust now. It's like me and Logitech. My mouse is Logitech, my wheel is Logitech, my speakers that I never use are Logitech. My webcam that you guys are watching me on right now is Logitech, even though I've got a PSI sat beside it for head tracking. That said, I do also quite like Thrustmaster, but they don't really make mice and stuff. Don't quite know what model number. It's usually printed on the headphone somewhere. Headphone manufacturers have this weird little habit that's actually kind of good for talking about them, where they print the model number somewhere on the headphones, usually like around here-ish, maybe over here, near enough to the actual speaker pads. Hello, Mr. Lucky. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was. I was pretty sure that was going to get deleted #1. I'm also pretty sure that you were just talking about how Bison are Polish, and you're very glad that I'm using Bison because it's a Polish brand. Janis, if you want to translate that, I'd be kind of interested in knowing, because I did see Bison and Polski. I know Polski is Polish. But Mr. Luki, could you speak English, please? I don't understand Polish. Well, I don't understand Polish. Just in general, this is a language that I don't know. I can speak some German, I can speak a small bit of French, and I can order beers in Spanish. Yes, awesome. But yeah, I don't know Polish. I just kind of guess when I find words that I know, which ironically is how I speak German. That said, German's really useful for farm sim because mods are, for some reason, a lot are in German. And scripts as well. Oh my god, the amount of... Like, I've seen even Lewis scripts written in German, and it's like, why are you writing why are you scripting in German? Like, I know you're doing it because German's your first language, but like the entire script is in English and you just put like descriptions in German. English is like the universal language of coding. I'm not saying that because it's the only language I know properly. It's just I'm not watching the match. Go Croatia. Also, I think kickoff's not for another 7 minutes or so, so I might still be able to watch the match after the stream, because I'm going to be finishing quite soon. I smell delicious food. Oh my, is that bolognese I smell? That is bolognese I smell. Is he coming home? Yes, the English team is coming home, Army Assassin. Croatia will win. I am with you there, Mr. Luki. I do not want England shouting about this World Cup for another 50 years. Why am I not supporting my neighbours? Because they haven't shut up about the last World Cup they won yet, and that was 52 years ago. I don't want them getting more ammunition for talking about stuff incessantly. As a fun little fact, everybody in probably the British Isles, which does include the Republic of Ireland, but everybody in the British Isles who's not English wants Croatia to win. For the most part. I know there's some people who will shout for England for their own reasons, but I know the Scots want Croatia to win. The Welsh, by and large, want Croatia to win. There's a lot of memes going around in Ireland for Croatia to win. Or at least for England to not win the World Cup. If England do win tonight, I'll be shouting for France for the first time ever. Because, yeah, no, I don't want England winning the World Cup. That's Salvinho from Brazil, very nice. Croatia is... that too, Massey, yeah. English fans are hilarious. And not in a good way. But, see you, Dylan. English... I don't mean to be mean, but English fans, just in sports in general, are the worst. Because they think they've got this God-given right to win everything. I was like, no, you've got to actually be good at what you're doing. But we won the World Cup. No, shush, 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 shush. You did it once. It doesn't count. You did it once, 50 years ago. And even then, one of the goals you scored probably wasn't a goal. Hey, little cash money. We'll be finishing the stream up very, very soon indeed. So that I can go watch Croatia destroy England 7-0. Which would be a world record, to be fair. No, I genuinely hope... just because they've been through 2 penalty shootouts now, I hope Croatia win. For extra fun on penalties, because England are historically terrible at penalty shootouts in the World Cup. And by historically terrible, I mean they've literally won 1. And that was against, was it Sweden? This year. Ironically, like, if England lose, they will still be at the World Cup on, is it Friday? Oh, the Irish fans are great. It's just that, like, if Ireland make it to a major tournament in football, it just turns into a mobile party. It's amazing. Like, you can hear the Irish fans coming from, like, half a mile away because they're the guys that are just screaming and singing constantly. And just turn entire cities into, like, city-sized parties. Scotland the same, yeah. Ireland, Scotland, and probably Wales as well. We just go, we're in the tournament. Let's enjoy it. Whereas England, like, go and expect to win. Which, that's not the right way to approach a tournament. It's like, you made it this far. That's like an achievement in itself. Like, making it to the World Cup is an achievement to be proud of. England see it as a stepping stone to winning the World Cup. Which is like, no, be proud that you made it there in the first place, guys. You can worry about winning it if you make it to the final. Don't go, after winning the quarterfinal, oh, we're definitely winning the World Cup now. that's just a recipe for being disappointed. Look at the things you sent me yesterday. I did not actually. I forgot. Why did I forget? Oh, I was doing iRacing. As it turns out, I'm crap at both the cars that, or two of the, all three of the cars that I can drive this week. Well, three of the four, because I don't want to drive the bloody Mazda anymore. I might see where Advanced Mazda is. If Advanced Mazda is a good track, I'm going to try that. Yeah, the same goes for, I should mention, the same goes for any country who goes to the World Cup expecting to win it. Unless they're Brazil. Brazil, I kind of give a free pass because everybody kind of expects Brazil to win a World Cup. Like, that's usually the safe bet. But, like, just getting there in the first place is an achievement. Be happy that you made it there. Don't go there expecting to win because you're just going to disappoint yourself. If and when you get knocked out. Like, if you get to the final, then you can kind of start thinking, okay, this could be a win. But don't. I say that Ireland do pretty much the same thing with every Rugby World Cup. It's like, oh, we could win this one. Like the next Rugby World Cup is, I think, next year. And if Ireland keep up the form that we're in right now in rugby, yeah, it's possible. I'm not even belittling the English team. Like, the English football team has some fantastic players. It's kind of the weird national outlook that happens when there's a World Cup in and England are in it, that, oh, we're going to win the World Cup. Why? Ireland are actually good at rugby. Well, yeah, but it's still not a healthy outlook. Like, Ireland... I disagree, Bill. Irish football fans have a habit of just partying. Just showing up to the tournament and partying for a week while Ireland are in it, and then when Ireland go out, which we inevitably do, well, time to go home. If they make it through the knockout stages, the party increases to 11, and if somehow Ireland were to make it to a World Cup final, I think the host city would just implode from the party level being 53 out of 10. What map is this? This is the West Coast by BulletBill. It like, Irish party levels are like Gandhi's. This is going to be a really weird reference, and I'll explain it a bit. Like Gandhi's peaceful levels in Civ 1, because Civilization 1 had like a 1 to 10 peaceful rating, and Gandhi was a 1. However, if you went with an Indian democracy, his peaceful rating went down by 2 to -1, which the game couldn't understand, so it did a bit of an overflow. Or no, it was warmongering. And his warmongering rating went from 1 to I think it was 155 out of 10. Which is how Gandhi has become Nuclear Gandhi in the Civilization series. Because of a weird little bug with Civilization 1, where Gandhi went to an impossible level of angry. Because the developers didn't think of, oh, what happens if India becomes a democracy in this game? And gets the -2 to, like, chance of going to war. Oh, then Gandhi just goes mental and tries to kill everyone. Gandhi, the guy who's best known for being super peaceful. I don't I don't get the... Like, I know it's the Euro 96 theme. And I know it's like a reasonable song, but... Still. It's... No, please stop. Please stop. Because it's... I see it on Twitter constantly, it's just like, this looks... You look stupid saying this. You actually, like, look really dumb saying this. Fans, as rugby fans, I genuinely believe are the best. Because it, like, rugby matches, there's no segregation of fans, none of that crap. It's just like everybody meets up, watches some rugby, enjoys it, and after the match they all go for a drink together. There's no segregation of fans, there's none of that stuff. It's just, let's watch a good match and have the rivalry for 80 minutes or however long the match is. And then we'll go our separate ways and say, well, you deserve to win, or, yeah, it was a tight game, it was a good game, or whatever. Like, that's the way sports should be. It shouldn't be riots and crap that happens way too much in football. In any case, that is gonna be it for the stream today. I'm seeing people leaving to watch the England match, so I'll let you guys do that. You guys go watch the World Cup. Go Croatia. I'm only partially serious. Like, I don't want England to win just because of the fact that 90% of my channels on the TV are English, and it gets really annoying just seeing the constant World Cup stuff. But do you know what? If England win the World Cup, well done to them. They maybe do deserve it. I just don't want to see 50 more years of, well, we won the World Cup twice. But yeah, I'll leave it by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching the Insanity Challenge on the West Coast by the ever fabulous BulletBill, who has no legs. If you enjoyed, hit the like button as you're leaving, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I almost forgot my own outro. Until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.